dear ones. I hope you are having a good one, whatever it is, wherever you are. I hope it's good. So, I feel like y'all recognize this by now. Anyway, so we're gonna do a little bit of a flip through / a May plan with me. I'll walk you through my past couple months. Sorry I didn't get an April plan with me up. I recorded it, but my setup was super janky, and so everything kept falling apart, but it's fine. Also, if you can hear the washing machine in the background, sauce. I'm trying to do laundry and sort of get my life together. Anyway, let's have a little look-see, shall we? Cool, so if we open up, we come to March, which is my last plan with me. So y'all saw me make this spread. That's what that is. Y'all know the kind of little details and everything like that. So my reminders and things. And then we take a next step. And here we have my first week of March. A little bit of journaling. This was actually one of the few weeks, this sort of like past period, where I actually wrote things down where I needed to. This is a picture of me and my friends at our favorite restaurant before I left Austin. That was actually like a couple days before I moved. Let's see here. This is when I was visiting Seattle and I was trying to find a place to live and stuff. So this page I just filled with doodles and space fillers and things just because I didn't want to write or journal or something to happen. So I just filled it up with doodles and things, and then a little bit of feelingsy things here and other stuff, and a Polaroid from my bedroom, from my old bedroom that I no longer have, which makes me really sad, but c'est la vie. Hang on. Sorry, that was my washing machine going off. So, there's that, and then we go to the next one. More Polaroids. This is when my friend Seth took me to Discovery Park, and he was showing me the mountains and everything, and I was just so freaking excited to live in Seattle. You have no idea. This is more stuff from that week. As you can see, I did a lot less like to-do lists and a lot more like, this is how I'm feeling because I'm experiencing a lot of things in this new place. So that type of stuff. I like these. I also got a bunch of, I got my first Tombos, my first like Tombow brush pens, and so I was practicing with those a lot because I'm obsessed. Oh, and then I did the general auditions, like the unifieds for the Theater Puget Sound region up there, and so that was cool too. And they gave us stickers, so I thought I had to put it in here. This is my April spread. So this is, I did film me making this, but the footage was awful, and so I wasn't able to use it. These are my two friends that already live in Seattle, and I'm moving in just down the street from them, and I'm so excited. Thoughts about me moving. A little bit of sort of a little written piece that I found on Tumblr that I really, really liked. And I used a paint swatch for the April thing. When you write on paint swatches, you just have to use Sharpie because nothing else sticks. Everything else just kind of slides off. So this is my April spread. And then if we go here, so this is the first week in April. Again, I realized that if I write the full days with the Tombow brush markers, it gets way too thick. So again, little bits and pieces. I read Six of Crows. I'm currently reading Crooked Kingdom. Such a great book. And then flower doodles and plant doodles and all that type of stuff. The huge from me, you know. And then here I did a little water tracker because I got a really cool new water bottle that's actually helping me to drink more water. Also, I just finished reading, not just, like about a week ago, I just finished reading The Foxhole Court, a trilogy by Nora Sakavic, and I literally can't stop thinking about the characters. Like, I haven't been this attached to literary characters since I read Harry Potter, which is saying a lot. So had to journal some feelings about that. I also had to journal my feelings about Harry Styles performing on SNL. Oh my God, I'm so proud. And his album comes out on the 12th, and Sweet Creature released yesterday, and it had a bit of a meltdown, and it's a whole thing. Oh, amazing. And then I've also been listening to a lot of stuff with Abraham Hicks and the Law of Attraction and things like that, and a couple podcasts explaining that. So I've been thinking about and sort of meditating on those thoughts and meditating on the thought of, you know, manifestation and sort of creating the reality in which you want to exist. It's a really cool thing. When I first heard about it, I was like, this is really weird and this seems fake, because when I first heard about it, it just sounded like, oh, make an inspiration board and then all the goals in your life will sort of materialize for you, which is not at all the full scope of it. But I'll link I'm going to link some podcasts down in the doobly-doo for y'all to listen to if you want to learn a little bit more about Abraham Hicks, because it's actually like pretty cool. And if you want a little bit of magic in your life, I would highly recommend. So there's that. And then here's this. As you can see, I've been doing, my spreads have gotten a lot more deconstructed. They've gotten less like if you look at this one compared to like this one compared to like this one, you can see the difference. This is much more like, not a little bit more minimal and like a little bit more structured, and this is just very freeform. But this is what I need right now, so it makes sense. I think that your bullet journal, my bullet journal at least, signifies the style of the different spreads, signifies sort of where I am in my headspace at the time, or where I want to be. So I've been drawing a lot more and things like that. This is Noelle. She's super cute. I named her that because I had teenage dirtbags stuck in my head. Again, about the Foxhole Court, Andrew Minyard is, oh, my sweet, beautiful son, who is also kind of murderous. It's great. So more to-dos and things like that. I like using the bullet tips on the Tombow brush pens. I find that gives me the perfect thing for days. And then this is my most recent spread. So again, more doodling, some thoughts that I wanted to keep, because I do like it when I have like solid little sort of blocks of color that I can write sort of separate things down on. This is a really cool coaster that I bought while I was in Seattle, because I love the moon. Let's see. Oh, these stickers are from Paper Kubico. I'll link her shop down below. And then I also have some amazing stickers that I'm going to be using in my May spread from It's Paper Co. And I will have those guys linked below along with some promo codes for you guys. So make sure you check those out. Also, I know everyone asks where I get my washi tape from. 90% of my washi tape is from Paper Source, just because they always have something new going on or something interesting. All of these are from Paper Source except this one. This is from Michael's. But all of the rest of these are from Paper Source. But yeah, so that's been my past 2 months. It's been a little disjointed. I'm going through like one of the biggest transition periods of my life. I'm literally working on moving across the country, and so I've been lacking a little bit of consistency and a little bit of structure in my spreads. But such is life, dude. Such is life. So, but anyway, bum ba da dum bum bum da da. Now we're gonna get into the May spread. So I'm obviously gonna speed this up because this is gonna take me about 2 hours. But I'm gonna speed this up and I will talk you guys a little bit through my creative process. So do enjoy. Okay, so I actually had a little bit of a tricky time with this spread just because I had kind of no inspiration for it. Usually I kind of go into a spread and I know like the general vibe or whatever that I wanted to go for, but basically all I had to go off of was this moon and this picture of Jimin that my very, very sweet studygram friend Taylor got for me. Bless her beautiful heart. That cutout, this is actually, I'm cutting up a old vintage Mother's Day card that I found at a antique store while I was in Seattle. So I was just kind of chopping that up. Basically, whenever I do monthly spreads, I try and like think of the vibe usually that I want for the month. So for May, I knew that I wanted to do a lot with spring and a lot with flowers, and I was intentionally on keeping it a little brighter than I did. Also, that sticker is from It's Paper Co. I'll have a little promo link for you guys in the doobly-doo, along with some links to some other fun stationery shops if you want to get some cool stationery and also help a girl out. So as you can see, I spent a lot of time rearranging things and messing around with things before actually gluing anything down, just because I use a very permanent adhesive, and so I gotta make sure that I'm into what I'm doing before I actually like stick things down. And so I was like, okay, cool, I'm happy with the right side, so we'll just go ahead and stick down the right side. Usually I make both sides in tandem, but again, this was a spread that I was lacking kind of inspiration for, so I was like, let's just do one half at a time and work around it like that. I love that little cutout that I found on the inside of that Mother's Day card. It's so pretty. It made me so happy. And that moon actually is from a Herbivore Botanics, like that skincare brand. I got their moon fruit night treatment, and that moon is from that, and I've been keeping it for like weeks because I was like, I want to use this in my spread, so I did. Also, my doodles and stuff, I'm gonna be uploading a doodle tutorial this week before I leave. On the day I'm uploading this, it is Sunday, May 7th, so we're a little into May, my bad, but I'm actually moving to Seattle in exactly a week, which is exciting and also terrifying, but mostly exciting. I'm also hoping to vlog that entire road trip because it's a 5-day road trip I'm taking with one of my best friends, so that should be good. Now, I don't use, pretty much the only time that I use pencil to plan things out in my bullet journal is in my monthly spreads. And so, as you can see here, I'm sketching out some flowers, and I sketched out where I wanted to put my reminders, just because, again, my monthly spreads are the only time where I really make the effort to rearrange and plan things out. And so I'll write in pencil to make sure that everything's kind of where I want it. And so again, I've got other parts of that Mother's Day card that I was cutting out, and then I decided to cut out the good morning just because I thought that could be fun. Overall, my monthly spreads take me anywhere between like my April spread actually only took me like an hour just because it was simpler, but this one took me about an hour and a half. So, but I know that I've done a monthly spread that took me like 3 hours. So it all just kind of depends on where I'm at and how good the creative juices are flowing. So as you can see here, I'm going in over this flower with pen, basically sticking exactly with where I sketch things, but modifying it a little bit to make room for the moon. When it comes to me practicing my flowers, I'm trying to practice more and more different kinds of flowers, so I'm not just drawing little roses everywhere. I look up like botanical prints on Google, and then I sort of sketch reference from those. And then as I get more and more comfortable with drawing a particular type of flower, I make it more my own, or like change it up or what have you. So also, as you can see, whenever there's any blank space in a spread for me, I basically just draw sparkles. I draw sparkles and the little splooshy things. So here I am inking in the things around the reminders. Also, all of the washi tape on this page is from Paper Source. Like I said earlier, I get all my washi tape from Paper Source. Oh, that is a Polaroid of me after I signed the lease agreement for my apartment in Seattle, but it didn't fit, and so I guess I'll put that in my next weekly spread. And then I wanted to put this little floral thing somewhere, so I decided to cut it into a heart, because when in doubt, just cut things into cute shapes. And then, just because I like it when things are little like rays of whatever, and so I just, again, kept cutting up that card, and I just used the backside of things and taped all those down, which was a tedious process, but it looks really cute. And then I went over that with the Tombow just to add a little bit more color. I also decided to not color in the flowers just because I had so much color happening on the other side of the page that I wanted to kind of break it up a little bit. Now this is me writing out my reminders. My reminders I always sort of think of on the spot, and I spend a lot of time thinking about them and like trying to be honest with them and thinking about what I want to keep in mind for the month ahead, or what I have going on, or just thoughts that I want to keep in mind. I always try and keep them very gentle and kind because I'm working very hard on being kinder to myself. So yeah, that's pretty much how I make all my monthly spreads. Ta-da! An hour and a half later, and this is my May spread. Very different from my April spread, as you can see. Let's see. Let's have a little flip back for comparison's sake. So this is my April. This is my May. Not super different, but definitely a bit of a different vibe. I actually think I like my April one more, but c'est la vie. So that's my May spread. Here, we're gonna scooch this on over. If you want to see my last video, you can click there, and if you want to maybe subscribe, you can also click on the little circle if you are feeling so inclined. I hope that you have the most radiant, beautiful, incredible spring. I hope that this month brings joy and love and peace and light to you. I love you. Stay brilliant. Bye, y'all.